Good morning, everyone. You are so blooming dirty. Wow. How does that happen? That's better. Good morning. As you can see, our driveway is a car park because today is a super exciting day. First and foremost, my chicken coop and the little run around the chicken coop is complete, so I can show you that, which means one thing. All we have left to do is paint the inside of the coop a la Arthur Parkinson on his recommendation. I said to Ali, let's not paint the inside, and then I watched a video and he was basically saying that it's really good for red mites to do that, and it also makes it look nice, it brightens it up in there for them, and I want them to have a bright chicken coop. So yeah, I'll show you that. We've also got the Nicholson's team here because today, fingers crossed, is worktop install day, so that should mean no more tarpaulin in our garden, which is fabulous because we have some guests coming over today. They're a couple and their children that we met when we were in the Maldives, and they're over from America, and so they're popping up to see us and spend the afternoon with us. So we are firing up the pizza oven, of course. I also have Gemma from Hello Petal here. We are having a little sort of summer install in the house and just giving everything a refresh, which is my favorite thing to do. And for the most part, it's gonna be getting the garden ready for our guests and showing you the almost finished, very, very almost finished garden, and potting up with Gemma. Welcome. Oh, wow. I love these.
Yeah, they're gorgeous, aren't they?
So nice. Oh my gosh. All of the colours and the purples. Yay. Our fur children are absolute hooligans. Yeah, you tell them, Lummy. You tell them. Forty's like, I want to sniff this bit. Barkley's like, I want to sniff your bottom. I do. I do. We are, of course, making full use of the greenhouse for potting up. I also thought I would show you my grapes. We have my first white grapes, and these are just on the cusp of turning red. You can't see because of the backlight, but yeah, we've got some little red grapes there as well. This is probably the most established the vines have been, but every year they will obviously get more and more established. So yeah, at the end of the summer, you just cut them right back and then they just go and they get more and more grapes up the vines. It's incredible. I've just got the table linens out, and you may be able to see over there the finished chicken coop in the garden. And it's weird, it's really felt like we've made the space into something quite useful now. Now you'll see that there's obviously mud around the outsides. This is because we're preparing for wildflower to be planted around so that it grows up on the chicken wire, but we've gone for oak posts and an oak gate. This is finished so beautifully. I think the only thing we need to do is change the chicken wire to the other side, because on the outside is the actual chicken wire. So that's the only thing that we need to finish, but the chicken coop is ready for the ladies to join, which is incredibly exciting. We're going to put in some raised sort of feeders and little sticks for them to climb and things like that, just so that they've got lots of things to do and enjoy in here as well. But it's looking very beautiful. Well, this is through the wildflower little entrance down here. Ali is about to mow the lawn, and the big green egg is off of the outdoor kitchen. And the kitchen is uncovered. This will all be cleaned up today, but hopefully this will be getting its worktop, which means that we can actually dress it as well, which is exciting. Barkley enjoying the grass. Yes, happy boy. To the greenhouse for some potting, I think. Okay, we are in the greenhouse. Oh, you've got a little angel vine on your face. There we go. And these are probably my favourite flowers of the day, although I always love the bacopa. These are scabiosa, and Gemma was just telling me that the flowers don't last very long if you end up purchasing from her, but what you do, the flower themselves, but if you keep cutting them back, then they'll keep coming. But when they turn like this, you just cut them right down to the base and just keep cutting them back when they're no longer in flower. So, but I love the way they look, so wild. Like, it's all different heights, isn't it? I love that.
They are beautiful.
That wildness to them. Right. Okay, so should we start with the tablescape?
Yes, let's do tablescape.
Speed mode today, aren't we?
Yeah. We're motoring.
I know, exactly. The big one. This one is so cool.
That's the one that's on the website, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we have had a wild, frantic potting session. We're not usually this quick.
No, we're not.
But we've just added some into the geraniums here. We've got some beautiful little purple spatterings, a little bit of pink as well. I just potted up this one, which I want to put inside, but it may not last, so I may end up having to move it outside. We've got the bacopa in there as well, which will kind of trail around. A little bit of moss. Pink bacopa, these are going to go on the tablescape, and Gemma is just working on one of the pot kits. So would you like to take it away and talk through this one? These ones I love.
So it's a double bacopa.
This almost looks like a rose, like a mini rose, doesn't it? It's
tiny.
Beautiful.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
So then that goes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And so this one is available on the website.
Yeah, this is on the website, yeah.
Okay, so I'll link that in the description box down below, because it's always nice. I just always feel like you can just give your home such a wonderful refresh and everything just smells so good.
That's so good.
Oh, so good. And we have the guys fitting the worktops. So it means we're saying goodbye to the tarpaulin, and they are just fitting the big green egg. I'm being a bit of a peeping Ujimi flip from the kitchen garden. I'm going to go over and check everything, but not with my camera. I'll show you everything afterwards. We are ready to dress the house now, and Gemma's taking pictures of the flowers over by the greenhouse. So we're going to give this a bit of a spruce up as well, and I'm going to lay the table.
No, not necessarily.
Because I think it looked really lovely. It
Yeah?
looks really lovely there.
Over on the
I
table.
really like this because it's like, yeah, no, I like this.
Perfect.
So we've had a little bit of a refresh in here, a fresh bacopa, which has just gone in, which will flower and look really lovely on here. I've got another one just up there as well, and I've still got the ivy here. Here we've reused the jasmine because the fern here hadn't done very well, so we've popped this up here because downstairs we're having a little bit of a refresh down here, giving it a hoover. We've popped this on the side. This is the pincushion flower, which is also called a scabiosa, but I like pincushion better. These little bits of bacopa will basically trail in here and make it look a little bit more wild. Then we've used another fern, some of the double purple bacopa as well, which I just think looks so nice. The dogs are a little bit perturbed at the moment because Ali is mowing the lawn and they like to chase him around the lawn, but we've got lots of lovely flowers out here. We've added in some new ones to the planter out here, so we kept the geraniums but just made some space and added in some other flowers as well, just to give it some texture. We have added some little potted plants around that just tie in the flower beds. This is my favourite though, the scabiosa on here. I feel like this is actually a perfect tablescape option because it's not too dense, so you can see through. Grumpy puppies going wild. We've got Ali doing the lawn over there, which he's almost finished, so we can let the dogs run wild, which is amazing. Just coming down to the kitchen garden to cut some thyme for the tomatoes and also some chives for the potato salad as well for today's lunch, which is, well, it's a late lunch to be honest. It'll probably end up being a dinner at this rate, but regardless, lovely getting stuff from the kitchen garden. I am also going to harvest one of my first shallots, I think. What an exciting time. We're going to put shallots in the potato salad, so, oh gosh. First shallots from the kitchen garden. Table is set. The outdoor kitchen is just being finished off, well the worktop is, we're still waiting for the taps and the sink to be installed, but for the most part it is now a properly usable space. No more tarpaulin in our garden, which when Jack asked me, he was like, do you want to keep this tarpaulin? I was like, I never want to see that tarpaulin ever again. But food is prepped as well. We've got potato salad, we've got like a sort of really lovely marinated tomato, which is still in the oven. I'm just letting it marinate a little bit longer. Salads, and then Ali's obviously going to do some pizzas in the outdoor pizza oven. I'm probably looking a little bit bleary-eyed, I think, because I've obviously been up, walked the dogs, dressed the house, which I'm going to show you, and then prepped. So it's already been quite a strenuous day, and then tomorrow we have Soho House Festival. So anyway, I thought I would show you quickly what we've done in the living room. Just some small touches. So we've got the flowers on the little ottoman, a few more little pots in places, just reusing old pots as well, so that we're not just, you know, keeping the newness. We popped these ones from outside on the windowsill there. We've got a little lemon tree in the corner. I really love this little stack here. Gemma did a little styling up here of this, and I really, really liked it. So this probably won't last in here, so I'll have to change this out, but I think that's probably something that will stay for future. Then into the kitchen, we've got just a little array of some bacopa, a geranium. We've also got some of the old plants, then another lemon tree. This is a little herb planter, which I think I'm actually going to pop on the outdoor kitchen when that is in our possession again, because I think this will look so nice out there. I'm going to dress it super quickly when we're out there. I've still got the little tree here, another little geranium. Bread is ready to go, dough is proving, candle should we need it. This is the little entranceway. It's set up as well. I did this one and I love it. Oh my gosh, it looks so nice. Then we've had a little style up under here. I'm still looking for another lamp to go under here so that it brightens it up a little bit. I'm going to get some music on as well, and I will take you outside. So this is the view onto the table on the terrace, and you can see the guys working away, but all ready to go. I think this is probably my favourite little style up that we've ever had here, because it looks so nice and unruly, but it's looking very nice. Barkley's too hot. He's just too hot. Bless him. Well, we have just said goodbye to the worktop company. We have a freshly laid table. We've got a summer jazz playlist playing in the garden, and say hello to the 99.9% finished outdoor kitchen area. So I've already started styling things up. We need to pressure wash, but we unfortunately haven't had enough time. But the worktop has been supplied and is in collaboration with Caesar Stone, and it is just the perfect top. I love how it has all of this beautiful veining in it. It doesn't feel too sort of perfect. It feels really nice and in line with all of the finishes that we have here in our garden, like lots of texture. Oh, it just looks gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So obviously the one thing that is not finished is the sink. So we're still waiting for our Perrin and Rowe taps. We have really wonderful English bronze taps, and the hole needs to be drilled in here. But everyone comments on the sink. Everyone is like, that is such a great idea. And I take full credit. This is from Burgess Reclamation Yard. They provided this for us because previously we just went and shopped there, and I bought one of their chopping boards, and so many of you bought their chopping boards after I did that this was kind of a thank you from them, which is really lovely because they're a local business, and it's just nice to sort of support them in that way. Yes, so a bit of styling up is going to need to happen now. The big green egg is in situ. I think what we want to do is, I think I've said already, put like a rail where we can hang like utensils and things like that. We're going to put a little cloth rail here. Some people asked why we haven't done like skirting around the units. Well, what we thought about was that becoming a real like hot pocket for moisture. Also any animals, I don't know what it was, but there was something about it that felt like if any animals got in there, they could get stuck under there. So now it's just a free flowing space. Also, it's so uneven. I think that if we were to have skirting, it would really like create almost a visual of unevenness. So as you'll see, if you look closely, it's sort of a lot more open on this side, and so we didn't want to draw attention to that. We wanted to keep the air flowing. It is something that if we choose to, we can do that afterwards. Porter has been like this all day when we have too many people in the house. Yeah, so our guests have arrived right in the nick of time, I would say, because we have only just got this back. So I'm going to pop some chopping boards out ready for Ali, and yeah. So we are not finishing up at all. We are just about to start the pizzas and sit down at the table and get all of the food out. Sun is setting, and I've actually realised that we have the perfect setup here where the sun is not beating down on us, and yet it's still super warm. Pizza oven is hot and ready to go. We're going to have some garlic bread, and then we're going to get the pizzas in as well. But lights are on as well. Oh, this is so nice. Good afternoon, everyone. I am sat in the garden having a bit of a chilled day today. We went out with friends yesterday and took a leisurely morning, and I just want to get some sun on my skin because it has been like a little bit temperamental the last few sort of weeks. I think it's not had as much sunshine as before, and so I feel like my tan from Italy is like fading, and yeah, so I just want to be outside in the sunshine. I'm listening to a book, and I've actually almost finished the book. This is Brene Brown's book. What's it called? Braving the Wilderness. And oh my gosh, I'm listening to it on Audible, and it is one of those books that I just wish every single human being in this world would like listen to. It's first of all a really good book. If like me you often feel like, one of the things I always describe myself as is I feel like a bit of an alien. I feel like I don't fit in the industry that I work in, which is a good thing. I think it's important to, especially in our industry, to maybe not fit in so much so that you're maybe a bit different for people to follow. Not different in a I'm special kind of way, but just different. Like, it talks so much about standing in the wilderness, obviously, because it's all about braving the wilderness, and what she means by that with regards to the wilderness is like standing alone and not being afraid to do so in like necessarily like your opinions. It talks about a lot, and I feel like this part really made me want to cry because I think that I could relate and empathize and understand this so much in living online and having witnessed things and witnessed like just narratives happen. And I think that it's one of the most interesting, sorry, there's so many bumblebees around this flower pot, but it's just an interesting thing about how we navigate, first of all, shame in like ourselves, but also shaming others and how we approach that. I always go back to this one thing where there was an instance where a blogger was being cancelled for saying something in a blog post, and I remember it particularly shook me to my core because people were like, you know, I knew this, how could she not know this? And it was just, it's going to be really windy. Bless me. It's all the pollen in the garden, especially being blown around at the moment. But yeah, it just kind of like, it talks about how we communicate with people that don't know things and how we let them know. And there's a specific story in it where a son is horrified by a terminology that his dad uses, that his dad doesn't know is particularly offensive, and in the way his son speaks to him really like breaks the dad's heart because he just didn't know. And she talks about one of her own experiences about where she used a shortened abbreviation, I think, of a word, and someone came up to her and was like, you know, I'm so ashamed of you. And it was just how differently those scenarios would play out if someone had just said, oh, I don't know if you know this, or like, you know, just taking that person to the one side and just saying, you know, I don't know if you know that that's offensive, but I thought I would probably let you know so that it doesn't happen again, because, you know, we're all inherently good people for the most part. We're not breaking any laws or purposely setting out to hurt people. And it's weird for me when I listen to these books, because it's like it almost feels so simple for me to be like understanding this. I'm like, are we really at the point where we're writing a book about how we show each other the graciousness of understanding, but also patience and helping somebody learn and grow? Are we really at that? Is that how bad it is that we are to each other, that we have to write? And I love the book, but like, I can't ever imagine like responding to somebody who doesn't know something about something in a really accusatory, aggressive way. And so I think I'm still shocked when that happens, and when I'm sat here and I'm reading a book and I'm like, wow, we have lost like the humanity connection with each other. And it really like, it shakes me to my core, because it makes me realize how easy that is to happen to anyone. One of the things I always say is that like, we can't know what we're not taught or what we don't have the opportunity to learn. And this was one of the things that I've often said over the years, that like, it's a privilege to have parents that teach you a lot about the world, and you can't know to educate yourself on something if you don't know it even exists. And the best way for us to learn that things exist is through conversation and not confrontation, and helping each other learn rather than shaming each other into learning, because I think people would just be so much more open to things. Like, I know there's so much in like America that I don't know about, and sometimes because I have this huge American audience, like they'll be like, Lydia, how can you not know this? And it's like, it's because it just maybe doesn't happen here, or we don't see it so much here. And it's like, whereas when I'm with my friends, I would never say that to my friends, like, how could you not know this? Like, I'd be more inclined to go down the route of, oh, well, if you'd want to know more about it, I'd be happy to share what I know, because I can't imagine there ever being a response from someone that's like, no, I don't want to know that. Anyway, this book is beautiful. It's a beautiful book. It's sad in the sense that like, that we're here, that we're writing books about this stuff, but I think it's a book that everybody needs to listen to, because one of the most profound things that is said in the book is your compassion for someone should not come at the expense of your compassion for somebody else. And that is how we should all live our lives. Like, if we're trying to show one group of people compassion, be it children, it should not be at the expense of another group of people, sorry. We should find a way to be able to do that. And obviously I'm just talking about in the capacity of whether, you know, crimes are committed and things like that, and not away from that. Yeah, but anyway, it's a really interesting book. I think it's obviously more geared to like America and the way that news is like spread in America, I think, but at the same time we can all learn from it, and it's just a really good book, really good book. So I've already told the girls in my office that I think it's a good book to listen to or read or whatever. I have a huge harvest of sweet peas. I know I've only just done, oh, there is a fly on my actual lens cleaning itself. You having a nice bath there? So yes, today I have a huge harvest of sweet peas to bring in. I also have some courgettes to harvest as well, and I'm also going to go through with you some new plans for the front guest bedroom, because decorating my dressing room has really made me super happy, and I kind of want to bring that same happiness into that room as well, because what I want to have is a little desk in there, like a writing desk and a vanity desk, so that I can sit there with my laptop and look out of that room, because I love that room so much. And so I've got some wallpaper samples for in there and bits and pieces like that, but I also need to start getting bits and pieces into the cabinetry out here, because we have so much like barbecue stuff in our kitchen that I think would probably work well in the cabinetry out here in the garden. So yes, lots of little bits of organisation to do. Ali is at the Grand Prix today. I was invited as well, but Ali is on like a roll at the moment, and I am just needing some downtime as usual. I need some every week, and Sunday is definitely my day for that. So I might be looking a little bit sleepy, a little bit mole-like, but just letting the air get to my skin, the sunshine get to my skin, obviously wearing my Skin and Me SPF, but I'm gonna finish listening to the book. I've got about an hour left, so yeah. I've got all my bits and pieces in my trug, and I'm gonna be popping my sweet peas today in my new little vase that I painted, because I haven't actually used it yet, and I think they'll look lovely in there. We've had all of our pathways trimmed up, and it's looking a lot more put together out here now. But look at all of these sweet peas. My goodness me. Hundreds, absolutely hundreds. Wow. And I would definitely say that out of all of the colours of my sweet peas, there is kind of one, it's actually gone a bit pinker, but there's one that's like a peachy colour. I think I may have picked them all now. Oh, it's this one here. This is like a peachy, ivory, bridal white. It is stunning. All of those. Oh, so gorgeous. I feel like this might be the longest sweet pea I've ever seen. Look at that stem. Came from this one over here, and there are some short ones on here, like the pink ones tend to be shorter, whereas the white ones tend to be a bit longer, but this is that beautiful blush again. I just found this one growing around the back, so it could be because they're reaching for the sunshine, but I just can't believe the length of it. That's like over a ruler. I'm in awe. I need to have a good old think about what I'm going to do with these, because I think these are on their last legs. I think maybe we'll take them out. I've not enjoyed Mange 2 as much as I did last year, so I don't know if I'll grow it next year, but I'm going to have a big old harvest and get everything that's left. We are having an insanely good courgette season. My goodness me. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's another 6, 7, 8 coming through on this plant alone. On this one we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lumi is in the room, which is going to be called the wisteria room. What I want to have done is have some walnut signs with gold script put on the guest bedrooms, because I just think it's so much easier than saying like the back guest bedroom or the front guest bedroom. So this will be the wisteria room, because we obviously have the beautiful wisteria plant hanging over the windows, and I found this stunning wisteria wallpaper which I am so excited to get onto these walls. So this is a trailing like purple wisteria, which is the one that we've got that comes over the windows, and what I'll do is I'll have green skirtings and details in here. So the wardrobes will be green. I don't know if I'm going to do something different on these. I might change the doors, I'm not sure yet. And then I'm either thinking I kind of want to do a full gingham green headboard. I think that will look really, really lovely. offset against the wisteria wallpaper from Colfax and Fowler. Like if that was just, this is incredibly inspired by the bedroom that we had at Ballyfin, but I thought I'd do something a little bit different, and I didn't want to go too green, so there's lots of little touches of green in here, but then we'll have the green accents. I'll be still using these bedside cabinets that are from my childhood home, that my mum saved and gave to us, and then this is where I want to have a little writing desk so that I can look out over the courtyard in front of our house and just watch those leaves in the wind like that. Oh, what a dream. We can look over the potting shed. It's just gorgeous. There'll be new curtains in here, a new curtain pole. I'll be going for a wooden curtain pole, something maybe like a bit washed out. I'm not too sure yet. New bed. I think we're either going to go for a king or a queen. Nothing too big in here because I'd like to have some other soft furnishings like the dressing table, but I also thought about putting up a little wooden hook system to have some like baskets, because you look into this window from the courtyard and it would be nice to have some detail on this wall. So yes, this is the Colfax and Fowler Alderney Cream, and I'm going to obviously have Ken put this up. I've also got a few selections of green bits and pieces for cushions and that kind of thing, just to add something a bit different. I think what the colour that will go on the skirtings is either like French grey or something like that, but whatever it will be to complement these details in here. And then basically I just want to have the same happiness that I get when I walk into my dressing room in this room as well. So I want to ensure that all of the colours and fabrics and prints or what have you have been selected and they like spark joy. So this will be the wisteria room, and then in the other room we've had a few changes with the initial pack that we had, and this will be the oak room because it's going to have the oak fabric in it. So it will be good to be able to differentiate between the rooms but also get them finished. I know we've been talking about it for such a long time, but it is just one of those things where we've kind of been indecisive about it. It's also getting the right finishes and fixtures. It's finding someone that wants to do it as well. The other thing, I know I've said this before, I just want to add to our utility room just a little bit something interesting on this back wall, whether it's tongue and groove or a type of wallpaper. I'm not too sure yet. I'm going to change up the shelves as well, because we've got this really beautiful big shelf, but I kind of need more than just the one shelf, and I want to add a bit more interest to the space. I then want to add a skirt to our Miele appliances, just so that they're a little bit more hidden, I think, and I think some soft furnishings in here would be really lovely as well, just to finish it off. So I'm not going to change anything. I just want to add to what's here and complement what's already here with some new additions to make it even more beautiful in here. One thing I would have loved to have had is a butler's sink in here, but we don't have one, and I'm not about to rip it all out and put in a butler's sink because it just be too much money, too much effort. So I just want to finish it off in here really nicely as well. There is just pots and plants on every windowsill at the moment. I couldn't bring myself to cut my extra long sweet peas, so we've got my chopped sweet peas and then my extra long one sticking out at the top. I think it looks abstract. I love it. Oh gosh, my hair is looking a little bit scraggly. I'm also not where I'm supposed to cut these off, but they're just staying like that. But I was going to stop vlogging. Well, I had stopped vlogging really. I had spent some time on the sofa in the garden listening to my book. I finished that book now and instantly downloaded another one of her books, which is called Rising Strong, which I'm enjoying. And what I've been doing whilst I have been listening to it is finishing off my first box from the calligraphy box, because my second one has arrived. And in all honesty, the reason why I've picked up my camera is because I wanted to vlog this as a normal weekend. I think that often, I know I'm part of that too, in the sense that I kind of wish I'd followed more people that were okay with spending time by themselves and knowing that that is still a way of like enjoying yourself and still having like a really good time and not always just socializing in a almost like, maybe it's the social media world that makes us think that it's like popularity is the pinnacle, but actually I would probably say that comfort in what you find enjoyable and what you enjoy doing is much, much more important. I've spent time socializing with friends this weekend. However, I also enjoy putting on a book on a Sunday and doing calligraphy by myself when I can hear the Scythuism of the trees behind me. And yes, so this is your friendly reminder from your neighborhood odd one out to say that if you enjoy doing this too, I know many of you have children and things like that, but if you enjoy doing things like this as well, it's not embarrassing. I am having the best day ever, and I honestly feel very lucky that I'm able to do this. So yes, anyway, I thought I'd get into my next calligraphy box, and this one's very, very beautiful. I don't know if the other one had this, but it's all like wildflowers on the outside, which made me very happy. So I'm going to be interested to understand what this box is going to be about. So I've got Let's Practice. Have you ever sat down to practice but struggled to know what to do or to write? This practice card is included in your monthly box to give you quick and easy ideas for words, phrases, lyrics, quotes and names to practice. The perfect solution for when you are lacking a little bit of inspiration. Okay, cool. All I did with my last box was trace words. So what are we doing in this box? Now the only thing that I would say that I have noticed, and I know that this is them trying to keep the packaging sort of minimal, is when the paper arrives like this, it's really difficult. I know you can just probably bend it, but it sort of doesn't create a good, sometimes it can like pop and it ruins my work, but that's just me being picky. But you can kind of, for the most part, smooth it out. So I'm gonna watch my video. Ooh, we have green ink. I'm usually just a classic black ink type of girl, but do we have more nibs as well? Yeah, I go through nibs quite quickly, so I'm glad I have more nibs. Hello, my small chap. Downward doggy dog dog. Downward doggy. Oh, Cobra. He's just doing some yoga for me. You're doing some yoga. Bucky is asleep behind me. I don't know if you can see. You can't see past. There he is. Snow! Oh, another downward doggy and a waggy tail. Oh, and another cobra. Very good. Oh, and now we're in child's pose. I think that's just sitting in sausage dog, but the reality is it looks like child's pose. Okay, let's watch my video for this month's box and see how we get on.
Hello and welcome to another calligraphy box lesson. This lesson today is all about lowercase copperplate letters and basic strokes, and I'm really excited to be teaching you again today. Thank you so much for joining the calligraphy box and being part of these lessons. Those rules and those specific guidelines and things like that, they really help you refine your script and refine your writing.
Ah, goodness me. Good morning, everyone. It has been a bit of a roller coaster. So yesterday we were supposed to be at Wimbledon. I've just ruined all of my clipped hair backness. Yeah, so yesterday we were supposed to be at Wimbledon, and we were so incredibly excited. We were going for the first time with Evian, and we've never gone with them before, and we were just literally, we'd like held out for these tickets and to go with them. And then we went to bed super early. We were both like, we want to be really fresh and like ready. We'd both planned our outfits. We had like such great outfits planned. They were so complimentary. In fact, I'll show you my outfits. And then we went to bed early. It was so good. Both the dogs went to bed. And then at 2 o'clock in the morning, I was woken up. Literally, like, it was like a sudden, but I was in a deep, deep sleep. I was like, oh, because Ali was being sick in the toilet in the ensuite. Sorry, I was trying to get my words out then. Trying to be sensitive as well. And I was like, oh my gosh, because, and if you don't know, I have emetophobia, which is basically an acute phobia of sickness, being sick. But mine is a bit different, because if I know why someone's being sick and it's not something like contagious, so if someone's being sick because they're unwell, I'm not like fearful then, but I don't like it. But when somebody has like their sickness is unexplained, so they're very clearly like they've got a stomach bug, food poisoning, something like that, that's when I'm really, really like, I can't cope with it. Instantly, like since that point, I've not really been able to eat properly. Like I managed to eat a little bit of dinner yesterday, but my appetite just completely disappears because I'm so scared, because I know that I might be seeing it later. What we didn't realise, because initially we thought maybe it was like food poisoning, but there is actually a bit of a stomach bug going around, and I'm now just living in constant fear. But basically we were up all night, because if you remember from the time when Ali got ill in Portugal, when we were joking about the fact that you could hear him 10 floors down being sick, Ali is very, very, very loud. Like his body resists him being unwell a lot. And so it's a very, very loud experience, and there is no sleeping that happens when unfortunately Ali is ill like that in the house. It was a day in bed on the sofa for us both yesterday, but we were both just so gutted about the entire thing, because it was the quarterfinals, and we were just so excited. We both loved our outfits. We were like, we're gonna get pictures here, and it just didn't happen. So yes, I am now massively behind schedule on videos as well. I would normally be like on to the next vlog, and I am not. So yes. But I am ready to get myself like mostly ready for the day. I have a campaign which I'm so excited to be filming today. I'm going to be working with Lily & Bean again, and I know that so many of you loved this brand so much, and so it is such a dream for me to be working with them again. I've got some bits to show you that I'm going to be shooting a reel for them, but I thought I'd show you in this video as well anyway. I'm trying to keep myself hydrated as much as possible in case I do get unwell. If I like seem a bit preoccupied, that will be why, because I'm definitely learning so much about myself nowadays, in that I like, you kind of have to experience something and then you're like, oh wow, I'm not good when I have this like niggling away at the back of me. And I'm someone that I actually think I'm very rarely firing on all cylinders, because I'm always worrying about something. Or I was talking about this the other day, it's that time of the month. I honestly feel like for 2 weeks of every month, or maybe even 3 weeks, I am not myself because of my hormones. I think I get like a week where I'm like, this is Lydia, and Lydia is like amazing. Like I went to an event the other day, and like I just can't cope. I can't cope when it's that time of the month. Anyway, I'm gonna get ready for the day. Dressing room is a little bit of a bomb site at the moment. I showed these bits on stories though, and I wanted to show you quickly. I ordered from a little place in Australia. I can't remember what it's called now, but she did these basically like decorative ceramics. Now this is a bud vase, but I don't think I can actually put water in it, but I have little vials that I can insert there if I want to make a little posy or something like that. But it's got beautiful ivy on there, and then this is a decorative bowl as well, all hand painted. And then I could not resist this little view through the woodland with a little bunny in the middle of the road. Oh, so gorgeous. I'll link the website in the description box down below. But this is my outfit for Wimbledon, still laid out. This is I think it's a silk mix dress from Lily Silk. Where is the composition? It's 80% silk, 20% nylon. So really quite good and super soft. And this is a great one for like a transitional piece. And then this new jacket from Marcella. I think it's Marcella. I would have said Marcella, but maybe that's my Italian. But this is Marcella, I think, or Marcella. I don't know. Correct me in the comments down below. But they sent me this stunning jacket. So I have actually acknowledged that this sort of ivory wool jacket is really missing in my wardrobe, and I was thinking about going to TOWCESTER and Hicks to have one of my other ones made, but I haven't done that. I haven't had time, and this is such a great option with the gold buttons, super classic. So this was what I was going to wear to Wimbledon with my usual tan accessories and some sunglasses. I would have loved to have put my hat from Arvel, but I think I maybe would have been going overboard. I'm not sure that too many people do like a formal hat at Wimbledon, although I do think that it should go that way because I just love the whole sort of culture of hats at this time of year, and I think it's such a British thing that I just love it. I'll try it on with you at some point, but I want to get into these boxes from Lily and Bean because I feel like they are about to pimp my luggage situation. So we've got this box here. I think I've got you zoomed in. There's something about this camera and I'm sure it does. It zooms in and I don't realise. But in the first box. Now also I would say if you're looking for like a bag this size, Lily and Bean do like copies. They're not, well, a dupe I think it is. I think that's what like they say on Instagram. It's like a dupe of the Mini Kelly. You can have your initials put in gold and they're such a good option. I'll pop a picture or a link down below or both. Because I know that lots of you are always like, you want a classic bag other than buying like a designer one vintage. Which you usually, like, honestly, the vintage ones that I see online, I'm like, oh my gosh. But other than that, if you wanted something similar, I don't know if she does the tan colour, I'll have a look. But if there's a tan one, a great classic option, and it's got the same attributes and sort of styles. You will know that I absolutely love, oh my god, this is so perfect. Oh, look, so this is a new little vanity case for me to pop my toiletries in when I'm traveling. I wanted something super classic and this is such a gorgeous option. Honestly, I love this brand so much and it's such an honour to be working with them again. And I love that they've got this little compartment at the bottom for like jewellery and watches, so I can pop my makeup and things like that in there and then jewellery in there. That is so convenient. I actually wasn't expecting that to be so convenient, but that is brilliant. And it's got my, obviously you can have it personalized. I've got my initials on there. I chose these myself and they're letting me work on them, which is obviously the dream. Sometimes with brands they want you to like work on certain things, but for me this is like the dream where it's like I actually would have this in my collection, and this goes perfectly with all of the pieces that I've got already as well. So absolutely love this. By the way, this video is not sponsored by them. I'm just showing you these pieces because I'm shooting them today and I thought you might want to see them as well. So that's the first box. Equally as beautifully packaged, great for little like gifts or whatever if you know someone that enjoys traveling. So this is the next set in the piece. So basically Lily and Bean are known for like their personalized bags, totes, and now also their luggage. Now, if you've already got luggage that you love, but you want to add a little bit of a classic feel to it, so I've obviously got some Rimowa cases, which I hate, by the way. I would not spend that kind of money again. I've said that before. If you want to add a touch of class and tan, they've got these beautiful personalised tan luggage tags. And what I would say is that that's one of the things that I really struggle with my case, is acknowledging what is mine, like which case is mine, because a lot of people have the same Rimowa case. And it's really annoying. I'm constantly thinking to myself, I'm not going to get that back one day. But also, the perfect little passport wallet as well. This will be used so much. And again, super classic, no branding on it or anything like that. It's just got this, it's just got my little initials there. And it goes with absolutely everything that I love the most. So I'm over the moon with these. We have another big box, which I'm thinking is, where am I going to put it? I've run out of space. I need to have a tidy up. This will be the sort of tote that goes with this. So what they do is they do it really well actually. They have like entire sets. So you've got the whole set. Oh, so cute. A little Lily and Bean biscuit from the Biscuiteers. Yeah, I absolutely love this bag of theirs. So classic. Beautiful tan leather, gold strap. Perfect for, like, this for me is like the perfect thing for like throwing all of my bits in here. So if I've got like a little crossbody when I'm traveling, I can just pop that in there. this with all of my valuables, because I obviously don't pop my valuables in the hold or anything like that. So this would go in here as well. Everything's looking super organised. This is a bag that you can use at the beach. I can use this when going to the gym, all of that kind of stuff. And it's got this classic canvas with the stripes down the middle, then top handle as well, so you've got the best of both worlds. And this to me is like the best option for like a big, huge bag, everyday bag, something you need to throw in it that isn't going to jar with my outfits. Like I really looked carefully at the colours and tones that I wear, lots of ivories, lots of like biscuit colours and lots of tan, obviously. So I wanted to incorporate what I wear the most, but also get something that's super versatile. So if your wardrobe is mainly black, for example, you could go for a black with maybe like an ivory stripe down the middle, or if you're into red, then you could have like an ivory canvas with a red, or maybe a red and green a la like vintage Gucci, that kind of thing. And you can incorporate it into your personal colour palette, which I think is absolutely brilliant. And then the final pièce de résistance, which I am definitely going to have to order myself, the big version of this, because this solves all of my problems. So this is the matching carry-on suitcase to go with my Lily and Bean tote, but also with the other accessories, but also with my usual everyday handbag, because when I travel, sometimes it will just be a handbag on top like that, and I love that it fits my colour palette with everything as well. But it takes away that worry that I'm not going to get my suitcases back, because it's got big LMG on the front of it, first and foremost, but also what was I going to say? I was going to say something really interesting then. I was always under the impression that you had to go like garish colours in order to be able to instantly know what your suitcase is, but now you can just completely customise these to the colours that you want with your initials on the front. And it doesn't have to be a bright pink suitcase to stand out on the belt. It's just your colour palette, very, very unique to you, and it's unlikely that it's going to get confused with anyone else. And you can match it to the tones in your wardrobe. So I wanted to show you those. These are the items. I'm thinking about doing a little sort of like packing video and throwing in the car, because it obviously goes really nicely with my car. But yeah, those are the bits from Lily and Bean. Also, can I just show you this? Because I've also got the Marcella jacket. Marcella jacket in this colour, which, I'm sorry, can we all just dress the same and look like hard luggage? Yes, we can. And I'm just thinking about what I'm going to wear in this reel, and this has arrived. I ordered this off a brand I found on Instagram a few days ago. It's called Louisa Kelsey England. And I believe she sort of specialises in shirt dresses, which is my favourite. And I saw this one and I thought, this looks so, so gorgeous. It's more of a maxi, but still with this broderie detailing. It comes with a black belt, but I doubt I'll wear it with that one. You know me. Let's get it out. Have a bit of a look, because this is like more of a maxi dress than my, what's it called? Than my Jasper Conran one. And yeah, fuller skirt. I think this could be really lovely, because I've also had something else arrive, which is another vintage belt, which I honestly think this is my favourite vintage belt ever. I think I got this for like £200. And again, it is Hermes, but it's just super plain. Just a simple buckle and in a beautiful tan detailing. It's probably, I think it's, they said it was about, maybe I'm lying, I can't remember. I look at so many belts on a regular basis, but it was in the vintage category. I'm trying to buy them only from the vintage category, just because I feel like when I buy them in the vintage category, we're kind of away from the sort of danger of trends. Who knows? But this is beautiful. I'm gonna add a few little holes to it, because I've got my own little hole punch, which is honestly one of the best things I've ever bought. But I'm gonna steam this, get it on, and I'll show you what it looks like on, but also let you know what I think in terms of like whether I'm gonna wear it for the little shoot. I'm also using my new steamer, which this is the sort of industrial steamer from the steamery, and best steamer I've had so far. This was on the recommendation of, why is there a fly in my room? I've had no windows open. This was on the recommendation of one of the girls that works for me, and I'm so glad, so glad that I got it, because it's on wheels, it's super convenient, it's the best so far, I would say. Just gonna give it a quick steam over. So this dress comes in 2 sizes only, it's like 1 and 2 I think. I might be making that up, but I'm pretty sure. I'll list it down below. And you can roll the sleeves up so that they're slightly more loose. And then obviously it comes with the belt. The belt is like a navy blue leather and ribbon mix, but we shall see. You will let me know which one looks best, I am sure. Also, this dress is from Arvel. I know lots of people always ask about my, hello, you might want to focus on me. I wear a lot of toweling things, especially in summer, and I got a load of them from like Boohoo, but this one is a lovelier length, a more beautiful fit, and comes in other colours. I've got it in a navy, I've got it in a beautiful like biscuit colour, a baby blue colour as well, but this is just great for throwing on if you're by the pool, if you're at the beach, great for popping on top of like bathing suits because it's completely toweling, but also around the house and in the garden as well. So I thought I'd let you know about that one. Dress is on, and I've popped it with the new belt, like so, and as you can see, definitely room for some more holes, and I think to give it the shape that I want, this bloomin' fly, to give it the shape that I want, but I love the sleeves, and I love how much fabric there is. Oh, big bit of cotton. So this is my little hole punch. I reckon you can probably get these from Amazon. I think I got it from like a hardware store. I thought that would be handy to have that, because usually I was using like scissors, and it has been the best thing ever. So it has lots of different like belt loop sizes. I usually just go for the smallest size here, and I try to create the same width so that it doesn't look out of place on the belt. You just, there you go, here it goes through, and do the second one. About there. There we go.
Et voila.
Perfect. The weather has been wild today. It's all over the place. 1 minute it's raining, then it's sunny, but we've managed to get it filmed, which is really good. I've also had a huge delivery day, so I think I'm probably going to do a bit of a like what's new in my wardrobe style video, because I've got loads of boxes to open with you. I also wanted to say, I found it so interesting. I feel like you guys are so knowledgeable. Thank you so much to everyone that let me know about the HSP type person. It's basically a highly sensitive person. It's a personality trait, it's not a diagnosis. And I read up on it and my brain was like, wow, that is so me. It even sort of like explains the whole, how I'm like really, and I always find this, that I can't understand how people aren't so affected by seeing beauty in the world. That's something that I talk about so much, in that, you know, when I just see something that looks wonderful, I'm like, well, I think that I now understand that a little bit better about my personality trait. But I thought I would leave this vlog here just because I think I've rambled on enough. But I will see you guys in my next vlog. I love it when my dressing room is as clutter-free as this. Oh my goodness. But yes, I will see you guys in my next vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.